What's up, everybody? How's life going? My life's going good. We're loading up the boat, and I've got a few days of guiding out in Wyoming. So today we're going to be shooting, and over the weekend we're going to be doing a gear review, and specifically a budget gear review. Coolers, as everybody knows, has become like a huge giant rage. Insanely expensive coolers that people are buying. People making fun of you for buying expensive coolers. I have an expensive cooler in the bed of my truck. But I wanted to try some products that are budget friendly and to see how they work. And these are what they are right here. So the reason I needed some coolers, as you can see, I am guiding out of a 3-man flycraft. It is a 14-foot long raft, relatively thin. And I guide out of this because most of the rivers that I'm guiding, Wyoming's a different story. It's a big river. A lot of guys are in drift boats. This just happens to be the boat I have. But a lot of the rivers I'm guiding, we don't have legitimate boat ramps, so I need a lightweight boat that I can cowboy launch, drag through the dirt. And I like the narrow boat because it doesn't take up the river on like the entire river for a lot of our tailwaters that are skinnier. So this is, you know, nice and stealthy. So that's the reason I'm rocking this boat. Now, the issue I have with this boat is cooler storage is insanely difficult. And as a guide, I need coolers throughout the day. Most people need coolers. And with this boat, it's a raft and it's super lightweight. And the storage is a little more limited in keeping the boat organized. I don't like having stuff all over the boat, creating like a massive tangled mess, stuff for you to tangle on. Usually I put my boat bag right here, which would be ideal for a cooler because then it keeps the weight centered in the boat. And you know, coolers are heavy. And my current cooler would be way too heavy for this boat, my roto-molded cooler. So here I kind of have had an issue with coolers that are small and lightweight and just hold ice for any amount of time. Because, you know, as a guide, I'm out every day and I'm not trying to buy bags of ice every single day. So here, what I'm going to be doing is I got these soft-sided coolers right here. And I normally put my cooler here on this gear rack on the boat. Now again, if I put an actual full-size cooler here, a heavy cooler, it weighs down the back of the boat and I end up like popping a wheelie down the whole dang river, which is less than ideal. So I don't really have the option to do that. The other issue I have though, is if I go to a smaller, lighter weight cooler, you know, Yeti makes a lot of different products, things like that. They're too small to hold all of my equipment, you know, like Yeti's version of these bags right here. Because usually I'm packing a lunch for me, I'm packing a lunch for 2 clients, and I'm packing drinks for a full day out on the water. So one of these coolers isn't gonna do it, right? I need to have 2 smaller coolers that don't weigh anything. So that's why I went with this product, because I needed 2 and I didn't want to buy 2 Yeti products and cost me like $500. Like, that's ridiculous. I'm trying to avoid doing that. So I kind of weighed out my options and I stopped and I checked at Walmart. And that's where I got these. These are the Ozark brand coolers. This one is a 24 can and this one is a, I don't remember, it doesn't say. But we're gonna do a review on these. We're gonna go all weekend and see how well they hold ice and see if they work. I've already got great storage here. They don't weigh a whole lot. They're super lightweight. I mean, I can lift that up by my fingertips. This one's a little heavier right here, but still light enough they're not gonna be weighing down my boat. So really what it's going to come down to is that they hold ice how I need them to. These are going to be great options for people fishing in kayaks, or even if you're a walk and wade guy that likes to go out all day but you want to carry cold drinks with you, or, you know, say you're going out to the lake and you're doing some bass fishing or some trout fishing just on the bank. It's always nice to have a cooler, and these lightweight ones are cool. And they're relatively inexpensive. I think this one was like 40 bucks, something like that. And this one I want to say was 50 or 60. Now we're going to kind of go an unboxing, go over the different coolers, kind of show you what we're working with here. So this particular one, like I said, is a 24 can one. They claim that this one, I'm going to open up the tag here. I think this one they say will hold ice for 2 days. So we're going to really test that out. See if that's true or not. It almost never is, so we'll see. But it'll be good for you guys to know if this is a garbage product or a good one, and then it's my money, right? But if it's a good product for that good of a price, boom, don't buy the Yeti. So we're gonna open this bad boy up, The main reason I went with this cooler, I didn't just get 2 of the other one, is because I open it up and you see I've got this removable shelf right here, smart shelf. I love that feature. The main reason I like that is, you know, I'm packing sandwiches and things like that, and I hate that stuff sitting on ice because it can get soggy and wet. So this keeps it up out of there. My main worry with this particular shelf is that it's not going to be deep enough. It only sits, you know, about 2 inches from the top edge right there. But we'll see if it works. And then, yeah, it's just, you know, bottom right there. So this will probably end up being like the lunch cooler, or maybe I'll just throw sandwiches and some drinks in the bottom. Outside of that, it's pretty standard. Again, I think they label it as 2 days of holding ice. We will test that. Let's go grab the other one. This one's a little more heavy duty. This one actually has, so one, they claim they have microban built into this, which apparently reduces bacteria by 99%. Stain resistant, odor resistant, and easier to clean. Now, I don't know about you guys, there's nothing worse than forgetting you left stuff in your cooler, and then you open it up like 4 days later and it smells god awful and almost makes you puke. I hate that. Hate that. So we'll see if that works, because I'm definitely going to end up testing that on accident at some point. Now, the cool thing with this is they say it has a leak-proof seal right there, and it's actually got this little latch. I don't know if the camera's going to capture this noise, but when I open it up, it's pretty tough to open. Like, it's pretty solid. So I got it. Hold on, one-handed. Apparently one-handed opening's not a thing. Okay, popped it open. Now in here, pretty big, pretty deep. Goes up past my elbow. So this will probably be the main thing carrying drinks. Here's the main label. Oh, they say this is a 36 can. 36 can. 36 can and hopefully some lunches. Okay, they claim keeps drinks cold for 3 days. So they're not claiming it's gonna keep ice, it's claiming it's gonna keep it cold. So that shelf is gonna be important if it's not actually holding ice and just keeping stuff cold. From what I understand, I think this chunk right here, I have more latches right there, and you can pull that out and literally clean out the liner and this inner part. We got a little shoulder strap right here, easy for carrying. And we got a piece of paper. Let's see what this says. Okay, Karen Performance Guide. Oh, here they are, already discounting their own claim. The amount of ice used is the most important factor in achieving long-lasting ice retention. So they're saying with 100% cubed ice, it's 100% full, you're looking at 3 days. With 1/3 of food and drinks and 2/3 ice, you're looking at 2.5 days. And half, you're looking at 1.5 days. So they're already kind of saying they're not gonna meet their claim. Because I don't know about you, but I'm not packing around a cooler that's just ice. That's kind of pointless. So 3-day claim's kind of dumb. I'd buy the 2.5, but oh, use the right type of ice. Use ice from a freezer, not an ice maker. And pack your cooler completely full. That's pretty common sense. Any of these coolers, the fuller they are, the less, you know, the cooled stuff takes up more space, doesn't allow as much heat to get in there. Yeah, pre-chill your cooler, start off with cold contents, keep it out of direct sunlight, and be in it as short amount of time as possible. Again, already kind of laying their claim, like you have to use this in the perfect conditions to get the perfect, to meet their actual claim. So we're gonna test it in real world conditions, because I'm sorry, nobody's only opening up their cooler 1 time a day. Nobody's doing 100% ice, and it's very rare that people are starting off with cold contents. At least I'm not. So we're gonna go out in Wyoming. I'm gonna be out there today, tomorrow, the next day. So we're gonna test it out and see how well these hold, if they keep stuff cold for that long, and if they do, boom, awesome product. It lives up to the hype, and it's a great, cheaper option. We'll see though. If it's not good, then that's disappointing. Because it's super lightweight, I can store it in my boat, and I got 2 of them, so check it out, stay tuned. We'll see how it goes this weekend with these things. All right, everybody, we made it to Wyoming. We got the coolers, we got some ice. We're at like, I think 7 o'clock at night right now on Friday. It's pretty busy out here. So we're gonna load them up, and we'll see what happens over this weekend. See if I have to replace the ice. or at least keep them cool. So we're gonna start off with these Arctic ice packs. We're gonna put one in each of them. It's a little guide trick right there. Instead of buying ice all the time, those things work pretty dang good. I've been a fan. Plus they don't get your sandwiches gross and wet. So we're gonna put one of those. Oh, okay, here's how they fit. They don't lay flat in each one of these. Doesn't lay flat, but I can put ice underneath them. Kind of take place of ice with those. Wonder if I put it that way. Nah, then my thing won't sit. Okay, so we're just gonna have to put ice underneath that. It's kind of propped up. And we'll put ice underneath that one. We got the bag of ice. Let's see what happens. All right, so we're gonna start with this one's pretty well full, the smaller one. I'd say it's about a third full. You can see that. I got ice underneath it. Not super full, but I got to put drinks and stuff in there, possibly some sandwiches. So that one's as full as it's going to get with drinks and that little shelf thing. This guy is only about a third full for sure, and we're going to seal it up and see how that's sitting after the end of the day tomorrow after we put some drinks. Now, they recommend that you have cooled drinks before you put it in there. That'll help keep the ice longer. So I'm gonna let it's been like 75 degrees for my commute out here, so the waters are pretty warm. I'm gonna let them cool down overnight, and I'm gonna throw them in the morning so they're hopefully a little bit colder, and we'll see what happens. We're gonna seal those bad boys up. We'll see how they last for the whole weekend. We're in camp in Wyoming. It's sweet. All right, everybody, we're at the takeout from day 2 in Wyoming. It's about 4 o'clock. I've got the boat all loaded up. We're out here at Weeping Rock, and it's time to see how the coolers did. We did regular river use. They were on the back of the boat. We held water, some food in them, in and out of them fairly, like as much as you normally would be. So again, it was a very real world test, not just keeping them closed for 2 days and seeing how they hold ice. Real world, see if they're still cold. So we're gonna start off with this one. Okay, we still got ice in the bottom. The waters are cold. That water is cold. So it did keep them cold. Got a half empty water there. Oh, just made it. Everything's cold. Let's see how much ice we got in there. Tiny little chunks of ice floating. So, oh, and you can see the ice frozen to the ice pack right there. Hope you can see that. So 48 hours of regular use. We still got ice. All of our drinks are cold. So to me, that is a winning product. Lightweight, not heavy. So that's a win. I'm pretty happy with that purchase, actually. I can endorse that product. So, I mean, 2 days of river guiding, it was like probably 65 to 70 degrees, so it wasn't super hot. That'll obviously affect it, but for what I'm doing with them, throwing them on the back of the boat, keeping waters cold for a couple days and not having to buy ice every day, just keeping stuff cold, that passes the test. Now we're gonna try the zippered one, doing the little zipper guy. We drank all the waters off the top, pull our little shelf. By the way, that shelf worked awesome. That shelf was sweet, it worked good. Pulled the shelf out. Yeah, I could hold sandwiches and stuff there and keep them dry. The waters are cold, about the same temperature. Cold waters, and let's see if we have ice. I would be surprised. Oh, quite a bit of ice. And you'll see I didn't even fill them. I didn't go anywhere near filling them all the way up. I didn't fill those even close to full. That was very little ice. I mean, I thought for sure all of it would be melted in both of them, simply because I mean, I did like a third of ice. So both still have ice, both still kept everything cold. And the cool thing with the latch one, the bigger one, is that thing got left open for like probably 4 hours yesterday. One of my clients got into it and didn't latch it closed, so it was open. It wasn't even sealed off for like half the day yesterday. So all in all, man, if you're looking for a lightweight cooler, I think the Ozark Trail one's not necessarily the roto-molded one. I haven't tested that, but they're They're soft-sided ones. These two, it's a win for me. I got new coolers for my boat. I'm not gonna return them. I'm not gonna go get a more expensive product. They're still icing them after 2 days in Wyoming, and us using them regularly. There's that one. There's that one. So, better than I could ask for. I mean, for how cheap they were, shoot, still have ice. I say the Ozark Trail is not just a cheap product, a cheap knockoff that sucks. That's kind of what I was expecting. I mean, it is the Walmart brand. Most of their stuff sucks, even if it is more expensive for their brand. Usually it's awful. These are not cheap knockoffs. They work great. So I don't see why you'd go spend the money on a more expensive one. I mean, for guide use, I'm gonna beat the hell out of these, and it's what I'm gonna be using. So I say go buy them. They're sweet products. Stick around, guys. We'll do some more product reviews, more fishing videos, get some more good information to you. And I think I'm gonna put a link in the description on where to buy these online, because yeah, they're sweet. So have a good time out on the water, and we'll see you guys later.